And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of All the Mons in the wonderful world of Deep Doop. So, um, as you can see, there's a dude right behind me and a trainer spawner. I know this was mentioned in the questline for cobblemon, telling us that if we wanted to speed up the findings of certain people so that we can level up our level cap and progress and so on and so forth, that this thing would help. And I've been just running around certain biomes, letting them spawn naturally as I'm looking for certain materials and or have been mining. However, this dude just did not want to spawn. And this is gym leader Gardenia, who I believe was the dude that I fought that let me hit level cap 30, which was super nice. And I don't know if it makes sense, but Gardenia sounds a lot like garden, which means plants. So, you know what? I think he was the guy that I fought before the actual guy. You know what? I might correct myself for you. Gardenia was the dude I was looking for after Jupiter, I believe. That dude was pure grass type, so Charmander. Whoops. Kind of accidentally pressed out earlier, but yeah. Charmeleon, my bad, was able to just clear him basically solo. I think I swapped over to Sandshrew for one attack, and then I swapped back. Other than that, Charmeleon took care of that dude pretty easily. Then the guy after him that I fought, let's see, I think it was one of these dudes. I don't know if it was the breeder or the trainer. It was one of these guys. Okay, so it was not them. Okay. That's slightly annoying how there's no back arrow. I think that's the rather annoying part right there. So, was it the trainer? Yes. So, I took on the trainer. I believe his name was Cedric. Yes. So, he was the one that I actually beat to hit level 30. If I remember his Pokemon correctly, he had, I think, one bug type, then two fire, and then one water. I'm pretty sure it was four different Pokemon, and I was able to take them on with a level 20 Gyarados, which is just an evolved Magikarp. Oh my goodness, I had a brain aneurysm right there, but yeah. If you're wondering how you get Gyarados, it's just an evolved Magikarp. And then Charmeleon is an evolved Charmander, who was the Pokemon I selected to start with. So, as long as you have a fire type that's relatively strong and a water type that was relatively strong, you should be able to fight that dude and win pretty easily. It was super nice because now our level cap is 30. So our boys do have quite a bit of room to grow now, which is super cool. Just because now I could just focus on getting coins and using them on whatever, which is nice, of course. And yeah, I think that's literally all I did besides going mining. If you guys are curious as to how much mining I did, I took like an hour and a half break from recording from last episode just to go mining because I did want to find raw nickel, and I swear, I don't know, but it just feels like I can't find any at all. Literally, I literally had 23 when I first started, and now I have 48. So yeah, I got a little bit. However, I went mining. Oh snaps! What happened to the diamonds? Don't tell me it throws it over here. Oh, that's so disgusting. But yeah, diamonds. I believe we were under a stack last episode, and I went mining, and I found so many diamonds and mined it that we now have 3 stacks and 9. So just let that sink in for a moment. A nickel ore, which is supposed to be kind of abundant, similar to silver and iron, you know, maybe lead if you want to compare it, you know, something that should be more frequent, was something I struggled to find. So I went mining in Deep Slate area for a while in different ranges, and no, I was not strip mining. I was caving, so going to open caves where you could find a ton of ore. And then I did some strip mining on the side, but that was more limited. And then I went to an area in the stone region, thinking, oh, maybe it was in this Deep Slate area, maybe it's more common higher up. And I just couldn't find any. It was very infuriating. It annoyed me because Oritech does use quite a bit of nickel to get into, and I think we are fine with the amount we have. It's just I believe we are going to be restricted a bit. So I thought, oh, what can we do to increase our ores so that we can get into Oritech? Just because I want to step away from Mechanism, get into Oritech a little bit, explore it, and then go back into Mechanism. You know, it's so hard to get away from it. It's too good, it generates so much power. It's massive. But yeah, so I was thinking, why not make the builder? However, the builder requires AlltheModium, which kind of blows because we don't have Netherite. And since we don't have Netherite, we cannot collect AlltheModium. So that's one of our issues. And I was thinking, how can we go about this and get this done? And well, one thing that we can do is going mining in the Nether. However, it's gonna blow a little bit just because we don't really have a pretty sweet way of mining. So there was two options that went in my mind. Just go strip mining and then hopefully get some debris and then utilize a hold up an Eevee level 23. Should we capture it? Why not? Okay. I know I just got sidetracked, but spawn you in, and then you can fight real quick. We'll use this. But yeah, two options came up in my head. One was utilizing tablets of scrying, which is a given. I think that's just super easy and makes the most sense. The other option was to okay, cool. We could just try capturing now. Use Ars Nouveau, use the bookshelves, make ourselves some armor, make some threads, apply it, and see if we can just go mining with that, which could save us on durability, but it's also not a huge guarantee of us finding what we are looking for. And then I don't have a lot of wool, so I could use some of what I have to attempt. Bruh. Okay, that's annoying. I could use what I have to attempt to find the debris, which I will try. However, there's no guarantee. It's just sweet. We finally got the Eevee. It's just a whole mess to begin with. I forgot some items do require AlltheModium, and we are so early game that we don't have any at all. So that kind of butchered my plans because I was going to use the builder to get some nickel or Oritech, so then we could just go into Oritech and go down with it for a while and then come back and then go back to Mechanism and whatever the case may be. Because, you know, I wanted to explore something new, a little bit more in depth, not towards the end, more towards the beginning, just to show people there's multiple alternatives, just because I feel when you play AlltheMods 10, you are looking for the most efficient, most productive way of doing things, but if you are just trying to have some fun in this mod pack while still trying to beat it, I feel exploring other mods in the beginning would probably be the best way to do it, just because if you hit the ground hard and running and go with Mechanism, you'll see how underwhelming Oritech may be at times, and that'll just steer you away from it. But at the same time, I haven't played Oritech in a while, So I don't know how much it's changed, slash what values have been modified. So if they modified it well, it could probably rival it. However, if they didn't, then it's not going to be something huge. It'll probably be a great mod, just not on the production scale of Mechanism. Okay, so now that I got that rant out of the way, this does push our collection of applied energistic materials a little farther back, just because I do want to have that AlltheModium first. I know I could make a reactor and automatically start this and then get started in applied energistics, but I mean, I just made the storage lectern. I don't see the reason why I should make it now and immediately start trying to switch to another type of storage system right away. So I'll let ourselves indulge in the lectern, and instead we are going to go to the Nether and attempt to get ourselves some debris. So I do have a little bit of wood, let's see, or wool, and then of course wood I have tons of, so let's do this. Okay, cool, it doesn't just make crazy amounts. Let's keep an eye on the wool, and okay, we'll stop here. That's probably plenty of beds to hopefully find a little bit of something. So besides that, I do want to collect a couple more wither skulls so that we may attempt to fight the wither. And the one thing that I do want to get into right now is some apotheosis. So one of the items that we can use to help us get materials, let's see, to get some of these arcane materials or the rare materials is a salvaging table, which currently we cannot make. So let's actually make one of these real quick. So we have that. Whoops, salvaging. Click here. Boom. Axe here. Pickaxe. That's perfect. Hold up. I think I made one already. Yep, I did. I don't know how I did not remember that, but what I do want to do is break down some of these rare tools so that I can get some more rare material, because we are going to want to make one of, yeah, we'll probably make this from this tier, uncommon, into a rare tier leggings, so that we can basically be done with this. Because the next step after getting the leggings is to slay the wither so that we can ascend to the pinnacle. And then that'll help us out a wee bit. So let's come over here and toss these guys up. Let's double check these are the ones I am trying to get rid of. This has mending. I guess I'll keep it for right now. And just like that, we got a little bit more shards. Worst case scenario, I will break this down. However, we do have two. And if we get ourselves a simple reforging table, this should be rather easy. So let's see. We just need some gem dust. So we are going to have to sacrifice some of these guys. One downside so far of this mod pack, or at least in my world, is the fact that I just can't find structures. Literally, I haven't found anything. It's kind of absurd, if I'm gonna be honest, just because if I press J and look at the map, I'd say that's some decent distance traveled. However, the only structures I have found was this tiny miniature village, if you could call it a village at that. That's more of a town. And then if you come over here, I found an actual village, or a decent sized village, but besides that, I haven't seen any structures. It's been kind of crazy. I feel that I have traveled way less, and I have found way more in many mod packs and in through many playthroughs, but here it just feels like I just can't find anything, no matter how much I run and move. So hopefully, if we could get this creative flight and we start moving long distances, we can finally get to a point where we're getting more structures. Just because the only main one that we found that isn't a village is technically that Poke Center. So yeah, let's get ourselves some gem dust so that we can see if we can get ourselves some rare leggings. So we get the gems here, put the anvil on top, crush it, get some dust, and then do we have enough now? Click here, click on that. There we go. Simple reforging table. Place this guy down, and if we were to change these leggings, how much would it cost? Okay, so that's 2 material, that's 4, this one would be 6. Right now we are, I mean, honestly, looking at it, this one would be pretty decent, honestly. Because, I mean, it gives us, what? The same stats. We just lose the reduced explosive damage. If we take this one, we gain 1 armor toughness. So either or seem fine. Actually, you know what, maybe this one. But then that also requires a sigil of rebirth, which is made with gems, and that's something we don't have. Which, this is just, it's pretty annoying to navigate. So let's forget about all that and head into the nether and start strip mining. Actually, you know what? Smart thing to do is take our brazier with us. And then, on top of this, make ourselves some tablets. So if we come over here, just put tablet and then scry. Let's see, can we make it? We don't have glowstone. Oh my, really? Okay, we'll make 2. Let's see, we're gonna need vexing archwood. So archwood. Let's see, vexing. What is it? 2 pieces. And then we want 6 spider eyes. So we go spider. Cool. I'll just do this. 6 spider eyes. Some vexing, some source. So all we really need is 2 glowstone, and then we'll have the scrying tablets. And then I already have wood on us, so I can always make the crafting table over there. Okay, I think we are a-okay and ready to go. One thing I do want to check real quick is I swear I had some, okay, never mind, they are right here, some fire resistant potions. Let's remove that out of our inventory, this, and I guess these guys, I'll keep that. You and you two can vacate, toss them in here, just like so. And let's head over to the nether and try our luck. Because, yeah, hopefully this actually pans out how I want it to, and not leave me with some more heartbreak. Okay, so take out Wither, get Netherite. That's like 2 main goals currently. I can't think of anything else. Let's get our bow, let's get some arrows ready, just because we might need to fight these guys. Let's see, I don't see any glowstone here. If I really wanted to find some, I need to head south, so opposite direction of where I am currently pointing. Okay, let's make our way over. Are you serious, man? Yeah. I forgot I changed the mode so they do have a little bit more armor, so I don't kill them as fast. That's annoying. Okay. Let's just run and see where we can go get some. Oh, never mind. Right there. Some glowstone. Cool. And since we have soul sand here, we could get quite a bit to build and then some to use. So that's 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stack. And let's grab a little bit more. Do that. Grab this. Eat right quick. And get over to that glowstone. Just because the faster we get it, the faster we can hopefully find ourselves some netherite. Ah, snaps. I thought it was that guy up there shooting at us. Okay, boom. Boom. Really? Okay, there we go. Damn fire. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so that patch right there is what we are going to aim for. Let's see. Sweet, actually made that jump. Didn't expect that for a moment. Okay, this way instead. Cool. Gas is not targeting us currently. That's very helpful. And let's build out. Whoops. Let's secure some space real quick. Cool. Oh, you know what? This would probably be way smarter if I used my Silk Touch pickaxe. Just because then I could actually just grab 2 real quick, since that's all we currently need. There's no rush to collect more. I could always come back since it's relatively close. So we place you. Okay. Can you just not push me while I'm on the edge? Thank you very much. Let's see, it was you, you, and you. So then it looked something like this. I know I could have just clicked on that. However, I just wanted to see if I remembered. Sweet. 2 tablets, got some soul sand, got a fragment. I think I only need maybe 3 more fragments. So before we leave, we should probably grab some of those. And then we should be a-okay. Now, let's double check. What's our Y level? 40. So we got a little ways down to go. But that shouldn't be an issue with how fast we mine. Okay. Let's see. Okay, please no lava. As long as there's no lava, we should be... That was... Oh, cool. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so looks like we gotta find another spot. Okay, let's get up here. Come over this way. Oh. 3 golden carrots. I'll take it, but could be better. Okay. Come this way. That dude's not interested. Let's see. Let's try right here. Let's test our luck. Just do this little 3x3. Let's vein mine that. Go down. Okay. Who knows? It might be too close. I don't know. Okay. So 4 more, and technically this is probably a decent area to actually go mining. So let's mine. Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? You know what? I kind of forgive the game for giving me a very tiny, disgusting nether fortress. And I'm kind of forgiving them for not giving me a lot of structures, for letting me find some ancient debris right away, because this is massive. Like if you don't understand how massive this is, you are about to see why this is massive. So for those of you that don't really utilize Ars Nouveau, or this may be one of the first times you are trying to use Ars Nouveau, just because you are trying to play AlltheMons, and maybe this is the first time you're dabbling in this craziness, but if you place one of these guys down and you right click it with the tablet of scrying, well, let me read what the tablet of scrying does real quick. So, a tablet used for rituals, consumed on use, and then grants vision of a block through any other block for a given time. White particles signify you are very close, green is semi-far, and blue particles are blocks very far from you. To complete the ritual, throw any block of your choice before starting, and you may add a manipulation essence to increase the duration to 15 minutes. So, base time frame is 5 minutes, so you have 5 minutes to see this block. However, as you can see, you add another item and then you increase it to 15. However, I believe this should be a sufficient amount of time, utilizing 2 tablets. And then what I like to do is hide 1 ancient debris, just in case I mess up. Then I know I have a backup. So, you right click this guy, and then you right click it with debris, or you throw it. So I'll throw it. And then when I right click it one more time, you give it a little bit of time, the particles would be falling down, as you can see. And then after a little while, you will get yourself a little buff. And hopefully we are actually nearby some ancient debris so that you can see the little glowing particles. So once that is done, I will mine this guy so that we don't lose it or leave it behind. And now you can actually see the tiny little particles indicating where some ancient debris are, which right now I think that area may be to our best interest since I do see 3. However, since there's a few right here that's pretty close by, I guess we could grab these. And then it is a little hard sometimes when you are collecting it, just because as you saw, there's 3 over there. However, as soon as we came over here, there's another 3 to that other side. So good news is, since we kind of know where we want to go, let's just go over here real quick. Thankfully we mine pretty quickly, so we can get there super fast. And let's see. Cool. Literally right here. All 3 in one spot. That's massive. I know I saw one pop up over here, but that's only a loner. So I will come over here. And since I already showed you guys how to use it, I don't want to record 10 minutes straight of me mining just to collect it. So I'll be back once I am done using both tablets of scrying, and I'll show you guys our result. So see you guys in just a moment. Alright, so I did manage to get quite a bit of debris. However, seems like we got a little too much. So we gotta split it up, and then on the way back, I did leave some around just because I saw that our second tablet was getting kind of low on time. I did leave some behind as I was tunneling to make sure I was able to grab all of the debris that was nearby. So you grab those. Okay, your quartz. Double checking I didn't leave any around. And then while mining in this area, I did manage to get a little bit of nickel, which helps bolster our supply, which is huge. Makes me very happy seeing that. So let's be a little careful on the way back, ensuring that we grab everything and don't miss out on some as I was trying to make my way around. And then always utilize vein mine just in case it is mining a block that is adjacent that might not be highly visible to us. And I think that may have been all of them, just because that's roughly when I noticed I was at maybe 30 seconds remaining. Yeah, looks like it. So let's head on back up and then just do a quick little look-see around to verify that we are not missing any. Okay, yeah, looks like I came over here, came back, mined out that way, and that should be all of it. So our grand total is, I mean, we have 1 extra, but if we toss that in, 64 and 11, that's 75 ancient debris. That is absolutely massive. That is one phenomenal number, if you ask me. I am very happy that we were able to... Whoa, what the heck? Slugma. Interesting. Yeah, well, I am very happy we were able to get that many. Now the only issue that really stems from all this is, can we find a bastion? Which I will do offline, just because, how I said earlier, just finding structures in general has been one of the biggest pains so far. So I don't want to put you guys through that. Instead, I will do that on my own, as I should. And then when I do find it, I will maybe record it, maybe not, I don't know. Let's see, where is my portal? So fortress is over there. Where's my portal? I hate the waypoints. Like, how can I see that one, but I can't see my damn portal? Okay, so where am I? Let's see, we're right here. So that is northeast. So if I just do a complete 180 and then look this way. Okay, that might have been the reason. You guys may have saw it, I just didn't. Okay, just doing a little quick check on these ores, verifying whether they may or may not be nickel, you know? How I said, I don't want to give up on ore tech. I do plan on using it no matter what, just because it's a different path that we can take. And then as for you, damn, I really missed that. Oh, you guys are Enderman? Let's see. No shard from you guys. You know, okay, cool. There we go. No pearls. And then your turn. Jeez. Who else is attacking me? Wait, are these particles attacking me? Hold up. Hold up. Okay, now you saw me. Interesting. And then you are invisible. Pretty much. Blending in with your surroundings. Okay, we got 2 fragments. I have 1. Look at that. What? Okay, so I was not tripping. I was getting attacked by multiple little things. They are not just particles. Okay, okay. Duly noted. Oh, there you are. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Okay, just like that, we have 3 fragments plus the 1 in our inventory. I'm pretty sure that is more than enough. One thing that is kind of sad is that we do not have Young's nether fortresses, which kind of blows, just because Young's fortress does provide the nice little multi-towered structure, and that allows us to get tons of resources, especially from the chests. I don't know about you guys. Okay, that actually works. You damn redacted. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Just calm down. Let's go back. Let's sleep if we need to. Okay. Oh my goodness. The lag is crazy for no reason. But yeah. Since we don't have Youngs, there's not that little tower tops, corners, pillars, stronghold looking thing that would provide us with, I don't know, 12 to 24 chests, you know? So because of that, we do miss out on quite a bit of resources. But, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. We just technically have to make do with what we got. Okay, making sure I throw everything in here. Oh, sweet. I technically have all of them here. Let's put another one just because I do have this over here. Let's grab all this netherrack and then all these resources. And then now we can just click and drag, and just like that, they disappear to where they should be. Hopefully. You know, I mean, this is full, so hopefully they are going to where they are truly needed. We'll keep one in our backpack just so that we don't forget that we have it. Let's move the rest of this out. Oh, forgot to put that guy away. And we'll put you two. We'll put these guys away. Let's keep 4. And then you guys as well. Beds. I don't want to throw it in here. That's just a waste, so I'll probably throw it over here. And click drag. We already have the stuff for that. Do this. A little something like that. Then we just click drag here. Do a little 3x3. And boom. We got 3 skulls. We just need our 4 soul sand and then our legs, and then we are a-okay. So, yep, that fits there. Grab these beds, move it from here to in here. Sweet. Ritual brazier. I'm gonna leave it over here just because. And then we needed sigils of rebirth. So this is going to hurt just because this is going to cause us to lose quite a few of our gems. Let's double check how many we got to get rid of. So 3 here and then 1 here, so that's just 4 gems to sacrifice. Okay, then that's just a deep slate. Okay, let's see who's on the chopping block. I guess you. another chipped, but that's more of a rare one. You are actually kind of useful. Okay, cool. Sweet. That is cracked. Let's see. Any cracked over here? Ooh, sweet. That's another one. One more? Chance? By chance? Nope. Okay, so technically we do gotta get rid of... But it's too good of a gem. It's too good of a gem. You're unique, and I don't really see your use. So we'll get rid of you guys. Okay, sweet. That is 4 dust. Okay, so we'll collect you. Toss 1, 2, 3, 4. Toss you right there. Boom. 4 gem. I just realized I could just be using this. I don't know why my brain isn't just deferring to that. But let's just grab our deep slate and get this over with. So like that. Boom. Am I? Oh, cooked deep slate. You know what? I'll take the L on that, but I mean, I could throw it into the furnace, but since I do have this little cooker, I could just cook all of them at once. I don't know if it's faster or slower, but it's doing the job. In the meantime, thank you, just because I ended up wasting a ton on beds for no reason. Well, they had a reason, they had a purpose. However, we just got fortunate enough that we didn't really need to use them. Fortunate. Okay, just making sure I pronounce my words, just because I know I tend to mumble when I try to speak quickly. And let's toss this in here. Sweet. Get the deep slate. Done. And then I believe it's like this and like that. Perfect. So we got this. Let's get our leggings off. Come over here. Rebirth that. And then this one will give us 1 extra toughness, which will be useful. It'll be useful. And then we have some slots, or let's see. I don't know, because if I could save some, well, let's see. If I do this, let's see, what do we get? Haste ignores 12% durability. Uses mining speed. Nah, you know what? We'll just take that extra toughness. Goodbye to all our rare resources. Throw that on. And now technically we have 1 last step, and then we can ascend another tier. So as soon as we slay this wither, we should be at the mythical event, or the pinnacle event, where as soon as we can acquire full epic gear, I guess I will do my best to collect everything needed to go slay the Ender Dragon. Just because the faster we take him out, the faster I could get the legendary or godly pearls. Yeah, that's what they're called, the godly pearls. And then, how I said, reforge my chestplate, get creative flight, and then boom, method of travel is going to be so much better than what it is right now. Not to mention, Pokemon battles would be pretty cool if I can spectate it while floating, while these guys are looking up at us. I don't know, it's a power move, you know, so even when we lose, we're winning one way or another. Okay, cool. So I guess we can go down, mine out a little hole, toss this guy in there, and give him a quick fight. Just because I don't think I have anything that could probably make us do more damage quicker. Let's just get our bow just in case. I do know I have some golden apples somewhere. Hopefully they gold. Hopefully this is enough to suffice. Rare, like, I highly doubt I need enchanted golden apples, but you never know. After all, it's been a minute since I last fought, and I don't think he does crazy damage like that. I could always be wrong, but we got this. We're making 1 step closer to getting to where we need to be. And then as for that Wither Star, I'm debating what I should use it for. Just because if we go the Ars Nouveau route, we can start using it to mine and whatever the case may be. However, we can also go here. Let me just put the star real quick. The Pika star. But yeah. So uses of this guy early game would probably be a beacon, but I don't really see much use of a beacon when we have apotheosis to help us mine fast, unless the beacon is used to make something. Nether Star Crux. We're not dabbling in mystical agriculture or aggradations anytime soon. Like I said, I do want to get all the modium first and then go into that other biome or the mining dimension, get some resources. Let's see, nitro crystals. That's later game power generation. We don't need that. Productive bees. That's later, not now. So we have the Archmage spellbook, which could be pretty cool, but I don't see why we need it. Instead, I'm really gearing towards using the Nether Star for our terminal. I mean, we could always just farm more skeletons and whatever the case may be, so yeah, that's actually where we might take it. Just because if we come over here, we are going to need the Withers or the Nether Star to make the stabilized warp index, which would allow us to use our storage system in any biome, any dimension. It's infinite range, which is really nice, would be very useful as we slowly build up our resources to get into applied energistics. Of course, that's just going to require us to get some netherite. That's, who cares? This ender chest is just an ender pearl, one blaze powder. Who cares? What really matters is this side over here that is making all of these things, which we might actually get into next episode. Just because I think it'll be pretty useful and it'll give me some time to actually go gather some resources. Okay. See, silver, 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 iron, 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 and tons of osmium, but never nickel. Actually, some nickel. See? Let's see, how much nickel? That's my question. Just one block, you know? Because it can never spawn in 2 or more. And then I do want to collect it with Silk Touch, just so that I can scry it. And then I need to find one over in the Deep Slate area so I could scry it. And then who knows, maybe next episode we might do a little bit of a power episode as well as crafting up that stabilized warp index, which would be very helpful. Okay, but for right now, let's come over here real quick, get a little deep into the ground just so that this dude doesn't just take full advantage of it and beat us quickly. So let's get a little bit of a hole dug out right here. And then I believe it has to be 2 blocks up as well for him to spawn properly. If not, it's not gonna let us do it. Okay, so we'll go something like that. And cool. Now let's... Interesting. Let's see. That is a normal chest. This is a nice little area. You know what? We'll light it up and we'll still continue the fight. This is pretty cool. Finding a nice little chest area. Just so that we don't miss out on resources. We should actually loot this real quick. In the off chance that he does try blowing this up. And if it's had a TNT, that would have been a very sad day for us. Okay. Some more diamonds. Cannot complain. I like that. I appreciate that. This will allow us to make some more materials. Tons of iron. That's massive, even though I don't need it. I mean, I'll take it. Another gem. I'll gladly take that. Toss these guys up here just as such. Open you up. Some more diamonds. Free diamond pick. Golden apple. Another. Ooh, myth. I think it's mythic. No, it's epic. Epic. Yes, epic material. Nice. Sweet. Getting some stuff to help us out. That's always huge plus. Let's see over here. Nope, nothing. You know what? You know what you should do, buddy? You should, like, get a little closer over there so when the wither blows up, you take a little bit of damage and you help me fight the dude. I do not know how useful our boys will be. However, I'll get our Lechonk. I know he's Point Cologne now. However, I am not going to call him that. He was Lechonk. He was the Chonk. He will stay the Chonk. So, Lechonk, come out here. And when you see this dude, shoot him in the face. That would be pretty cool. So let's grab this stuff out here. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab the faces. Toss it right there. Just like that. You are ready, buddy. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Don't walk towards him. Here. There. Now we could both shoot him. Hold up, you're getting too close. Okay. Okay, so we don't do a lot of damage. He did take a little bit. So we just smack him. Hold up, let me put down the volume. That is a little loud. There we go. Oh, he does hurt. Well, this should help a little bit. Chonky! Chonky! Picked him up. Okay, cool. So he doesn't die. That would have been a little mean of me to do to him. Okay. Eat another gapple. I mean, we're taking damage, but it doesn't really matter too much. We're not in, like, death scenario damage. Of course, if we had better armor or better weapons, this wouldn't be as hard as it looks. However, I guess I am a little undergeared. I don't know. I think this was decent enough. I just went at it with what we got. Okay. Can I... Sweet. Okay. Was I tripping? Because I swear I thought we were getting super low on health, but you know what it might have been? We were getting low on our second row of hearts, not our first row. So that kind of played a little trick on this feeble mind of mine. So yeah, maybe we were just a little overprepared after all. Whoops. Well, we got the Nether Star. That's a huge plus. Who doesn't like that? Now, okay, cool. We should be able to just swim up this all the way to the top, question mark, hopefully. And let's see what we can do. If not, this might be a rather short episode, just because my plans of power has been reduced and smited. Okay, so come over here, take a quick nap, just because I don't want to deal with any mobs. I think I might mine up the little iron farm, just because we already have so much iron. As you can see, all... Oh, whoa, 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 we haven't flipped this up? What are you talking about? Wait, slash FTV chunks info. Okay, no, this is force loaded. Never mind, I thought this was full, but I forgot I upgraded the chest to iron chests, so they do hold a lot more material. Okay, so in this episode, we did get a ton of ancient debris, we slayed the wither, and we are moving up another tier. Hell yeah. So let's double check the new buffs and materials over here. So if we take a quick look at this, as you can see, our rarities, aka the material for the armors and stuff, will not be dropping any more common stuff. Uncommon material is now 12%, rare or the blue is 29%, and then epic, the purple, is now 54%. So that is going to be very helpful because we do need a lot of that gear to be able to unlock the pinnacle area. And then we do have a 5% chance of getting anything mythic, which if we can get it earlier before the Ender Dragon fight, that's just going to make it so much more easier. So who knows, maybe I'll do a little bit of farming before so that I might have a chance of getting that. And then, of course, gem-wise, chip or no more cracked. We should be finding less chipped, less flawed, higher percentage of normal, flawless, perfect, but it's there. XP dropped for mobs are going to be 75% now. That's huge. 50% extra luck, so we should be able to get even more material and better quality material. As for the monsters, they are getting a little bit strong. As you can see, they do now do protection pierce, armor pierce. They do have armor toughness and some pretty good amount of armor themselves. So one tapping skeletons and zombies that were with no armor while jump hitting them will no longer one tap them. If anything, that's a 3-tap, so this is going to be a little bit harder. We might have to worry a little bit of how much damage they do, or we can always just come over here, activate this over here in Haven, make it nice and easy, and then later when we are farming, or when I am trying to farm materials, I could just reactivate the summit. And that's the cool thing about this, you can go up in tier and come back down as you please, as long as you have it unlocked. So I think I know what I'm gonna do next episode. Just because we don't have the Netherite upgrade yet, I will probably go look for the Bastion offline by myself, hopefully locate it so I can get a couple upgrades. We have the diamonds needed to produce quite a few more. We have the Netherite needed to upgrade our stuff. So I'll do a little bit of everything just so next episode it's a little more action-packed compared to this one, where it was a little bit of me trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. But what I can say is I will go to the Bastion and get Netherite, which in turn will allow us to start mining AlltheModium. So what I will also do offline is find an ancient kingdom, ancient city. I think it's ancient city. And then we'll locate it, make sure there's some AlltheModium there. We'll go grab that. And then I am thinking another way. No, you know what? We'll do it. We'll do it slowly. We will get the AlltheModium. I think that's probably a good starting point. We will get AlltheModium, and then we will work on making the builder, and possibly no. Okay, we are planning right here. So if you guys are done watching, there's probably not going to be much more. I'm just going to do a small recap and currently just planning what we could do next. Just because I feel like the next step after acquiring AlltheModium can go in many different types of directions. So let's plan this out. So when we get AlltheModium, there's two things that we can do. One is build the builder. The next is getting the, what is it, the telepad? And this will allow us to go to the mining dimension when used in the overworld. If we are in the nether, we can go to the other. And then if we are in the end, we can go to the beyond. Have I ever been to the beyond? I don't know. I don't even remember if I have or haven't. Jeez, it's been a minute and I can't remember that. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, as you can see, we can probably do that. And going to the mining dimension probably has the best option, or is the best option for us, just so that we can actually set up a builder and then collect resources. So you know what? I think that's what we are going to do next episode. We are going to get AlltheModium, and then we are going to get ourselves a builder, get ourselves a telepad, and head over there and set up a little mining rig. If you're curious as to know what we may need for this mining rig, I'll show you guys real quick and then we can wrap it up. Just because we are still under an hour, I don't mind showing you guys beforehand. So for the storage that I am going to be using, I do like using sophisticated storage, whether it's a chest or a barrel, just because we can upgrade it all the way to the diamond and now netherite tier, so it can already hold a ton of material. On top of that, you can add these stack upgrades, which I think I might make probably the gold tier, if not definitely for sure iron. No, yeah, we'll make one gold tier, just because we are most likely gonna need it, since the mining dimension does have tons of resources. Besides the stack upgrades, because I am planning on using at least one gold, maybe an extra iron or two, we are also going to want an advanced void upgrade, just so that it can automatically delete the dirt, the stone or cobblestone, deep slate, netherrack, and endstone. We don't want to be collecting all that extra fluff. We just want the ores in general. So I think that's probably one of the best things that we can do. Cool fact is, I did get myself some powdered snow, so I will be able to place it down to make ourselves a slime ball. So once we do get all that resources, we can just pack it up with some packing tape and bring it back over, and then we have tons of resources to utilize over here. And I'm wondering if we will find some cobblemon in the mining dimension. I think that would be pretty cool. Well, besides storage being basically set, as for what is it, power transfer, what I am going to be using for power, I am going to be using extreme reactors just because we have so much iron. It's basically free. And then I have made tons of steel already. As you can see, we have quite a few stacks set. I do have tons of coal as well, which I can throw over here into the little cooking area to automatically turn into graphite. And then we have diamonds, redstone, we have stone, we have emeralds. I don't even think I even need emeralds for it, but we have everything else. So actually making all the things needed for the reactor will be pretty easy. I'll make sure to do that with you guys in the next episode. So if you kind of want to follow along, you can, but I'm not going to really tell you guys, oh, you need this many, you need this many. I can give you a rough estimate. Roughly 84 reactor casing blocks, the reinforced version, which means each one is going to need 4 steel and 4 graphite. And wait, hold up. Every 4 of those reinforced reactor casing is going to require 4 steel. So technically, 4 steel, 4 graphite, 80, let's say. See, I think I might actually have way more material than actually needed to make this. We will find out next episode. Just because now that I'm thinking about it, I may have been a little overkill. But, let's see. As for power transfer, what am I going to be using? Well, I am not going to be using pipes. I don't even know if that mod's in here. So it is. Let's see. This should increase the speed for the energy pipe by 4, then times 4 times 4. Yeah, never mind. What we will be using is the energy pipes from Mechanism, because if we actually click on the basic universal cable, it is very cheap. It's just 2 pieces of steel and 1 redstone, so that'll automatically be able to allow us to pull out power and send it into our builder. So yeah, that's technically all you need for the builder. You just need some sort of power, you need some sort of storage, a lever to turn it on, and then a quarry or a shape card so you can actually decide how much or how big you are trying to mine. In our case, we want the clearing quarry, so that is just mines out everything inside and leaves it empty, so that once we do have creative flight, we can actually fly down there and pick out whatever extra materials may be just laying around. But yeah, that's the plan for next episode. Get ourselves some AlltheModium, then go into the mining dimension and set up a quarry for infinite resources, or to start towards that area, just because we will also be getting tons of infernium, which will allow us to get into mystical agriculture. So we're slowly starting to get into the more technical power machine based aspect of this mod pack. Of course, I don't want to neglect cobblemon just because it is very fun. I am probably going to level up my guys to level 30 in between as well, just so that I can showcase how you guys can fight the next dude, just because I don't even know who the next dude is. Let's actually check that real quick. So if we click here, click on the little plus and the arrow, and click here, the next dude is another gym leader. So looks like if we beat this gym leader, the next commander or boss should appear, to which that dude will most likely be another level cap booster, which will be pretty cool. And if you are curious as to how you can make this spawner work in your favor instead of going out and looking for them in their biomes, okay, get away from me. I don't want to fight you. I already beat you. you are worthless right now. Or, I mean, I could use him to level up, but I said, if I come over here, click on this, it'll show their name, who I'm looking for, and if we click this little tiny arrow on the side, it'll tell you, oh, if you have the black belt, then technically you could just right click that item into the trainer spawner and it'll spawn them. However, if you don't want to make the black belt or don't have the resources to do that, I mean, the biomes are here, so all you have to do is put yourself in one of these biomes and make sure you are holding this card. And I like to say in roughly 10 to 20 minutes, this thing should activate and point in a direction where you can find them. However, sometimes it doesn't work, so you might want to make the black belt. I mean, it's not hard, especially since cobblemon does have quests over here that allows you to get some of these gems that can be used to make some of these items. It's just up to you whether if you're willing to be a little bit patient or if you're a little bit in a rush just because you want high level Pokemon and then you get the level cap as soon as possible. So then you can start catching any type of Pokemon and using them as you see fit. So it just depends on what your style of gameplay is how you can go out and about with this. So for that, guys, I think we can wrap the episode up here. I know I didn't get to do what I wanted to, however, I guess I put a little bit of thought into some things that was going on and was preventing me. However, there was more things than I initially thought that was actually preventing me from doing everything I truly wanted. So yeah, this episode we were able to get ourselves some netherite, or I guess ancient debris. I just need to cook it up to the scraps and then transfer it or mix it with some gold, and we technically get some netherite because we had 75. We subtract what, 3 pieces technically, divide that by 4, that's 1 3 18, so we got 18 netherite, which is already a good amount, honestly. So yeah, that's as soon as we find that bastion and I'm able to loot it, I will have basically everything needed to upgrade our pickaxe and be ready for the AlltheMods. The one thing that I am thinking about is, how do I get the stuff again to apply the AlltheMods? So if I click over here, I know we do need this smithing template. Okay, so yeah, looks like I do want to find suspicious clay. So now I actually understand what I need to do besides find the bastion, find some AlltheMods. It's also to find a damn piece of suspicious clay, so I have basically all of it ready. So when we enter the next episode, we can just go do all those things, get back, then set it up so that we can head on over to the mining dimension, set up our reactor, set up our little quarry, let that go, and then I guess that would probably be a pretty solid spot to wrap up that episode. But yeah, regarding cobblemon, I still need to experiment making candies and figuring out how the seasonings and all that work, just so that I can understand how it actually affects the cobblemon, which means I need to do some research on that as well. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this episode, make sure to hit that like button. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, tips, whatever you got that might be needed to be directed towards me, let me know down in the comments. I will do my best to get to them as soon as I can. How I said, if you guys played cobblemon and actually understand it to a fairly high degree, please give me some additional tips, give me some information that can help me out. Maybe there's a YouTuber, or maybe there's a better forum or wiki that I haven't looked at that might actually have some top dollar information as to what I can use these berries and things for. If there's certain abilities that are better than others, and if I could equip them on certain Pokemon, or they perform better, whatever the case may be, that'd be pretty nice of you guys if you guys drop that down there, you know? would be pretty cool. Just saying, no pressure, but I'm just saying. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this series and would like to follow along, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that whenever I do upload a video, you guys do get a notification letting you all know that we are back. But yeah, with that, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching, and until next time, peace.